Hi dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine and stay safe at home. I am Shukladash. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty God. I am assistant teacher in English, Kapashgola City Corporation Girls High School. In the beginning of the class, I have some questions to you. I want to ask you some questions. The first question is, have you heard of a coral island? Is there any coral island in Bangladesh? I hope you all will answer the question. Yes, you have heard of a coral island, and there is a coral island in Bangladesh named Saint Martin's Island. The picture is of Saint Martin's Island. Now the second question is, can you tell me the name of an island country? Yes, you can tell the name of an island country. The island country's name is the Maldives. This is the picture of the Maldives. This country is an island of the Indian Ocean and the smallest country of Asia. So you can guess what I am going to teach you today. Today's lesson is the Maldives. Learning outcomes. After study it, we will be able to read, comprehend and summarize text, ask and answer questions, write letters to friends describing places of interest. English first paper, class 10, unit 6, lesson 3. Now we will watch a video regarding the country Maldives.
People of the Maldives. Video by Mohammed Sani. Maldivians are esteemed around the world for their hospitality and affability towards their guests. Currently the population of the Maldives is 341,256. Additionally, close to 60,000 registered foreigners reside in the country. Maldivians share a similar cultural heritage, history, ancestry, homeland, language and religion. These common factors are the reason for the unity and harmony prevailing in the alluring islands. Maldivian ancestral roots can be traced back to Sinhalese people of Sri Lanka, Marathis and Gujaratis of India, Arabs, Malays and Northern African dispositions. Accordingly, Maldivians emerged from a mixed race, which has enriched the culture and history of the country. Presently Maldivians are adherents of the Sunni school of Islam. Maldivians embraced Islam in 1153 AD and since then the religion has played a key role in shaping the Maldivian society. Some of the famous landmarks in the country have been greatly influenced by Islamic architecture. Before converting to Islam, the Maldivians were known to practice Buddhism and ancient paganism. Ancient Buddhist ruins are preserved in the country and antique Buddhist artifacts are displayed in the National Museum in Mali. Traditionally, whenever guests visit a local island, the islanders will welcome them by serving a fresh coconut drink. This tradition has continued to this day, and do not be surprised if your resort offers a beautifully decorated coconut drink when you reach your destination. for free consultation on how to invest in the Maldives. Please contact 9607794366 Viber or WhatsApp. Skype Mohammed.Sanihu, your foreign investment expert in the Maldives.
So, I hope you all have got many important informations about the Maldives through the video. Now, please open your book at page number 81. I will read the text and there are some questions that follow. Please listen to the passage attentively. The Republic of Maldives is an island country in the Indian Ocean. It has 1,199 islands that are clustered into 26 major atolls. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced coral islands. The natural coral reefs of the Maldives are surrounded by the sea all around and stand out as a pearl in the Indian Ocean. The Maldives is the 8th smallest country in the world with an area of only 300 square kilometers. It is the smallest Asian country in terms of population and size. People have been living on the islands of the Maldives for nearly 3,000 years. This set sail from different parts of the world, Asia, Arabia, Europe and America to come to these islands. The earliest settlers of the Maldives were probably from southern India and Sri Lanka, who came to these islands in the 4th and 5th centuries BC. In the 12th century AD, sailors from East Africa and Arab countries came to the Maldives. As a result, the Maldivians, who were originally Buddhist, were converted to Sunni Islam in the mid-12th century. In 1344, Ibn Battuta, a famous Arab historian and scholar, travelled around the Maldives. In the 16th century, the Portuguese conquered the Maldives and ruled the country for 15 years. Although governed as an independent Islamic sultanate for most of its history from 1153 to 1968, the Maldives was a British colony from 1887 to 1965. Following independence from Britain in 1965, the Sultanate continued to operate for another 3 years. On November 11, 1968, the Sultanate was abolished and replaced by a republic, and the country resumed its present name. The Maldives is famous as a tourist destination because of its pleasant weather, heavenly beaches and lagoons, luxurious holiday resorts, and the peace-loving people. The Maldives was ranked as the best country for beautiful beaches and facilities for recreation in 2008. Now, I want to tell you the summary of this passage. The Republic of Maldives has 1,199 islands that are clustered into 26 major atolls. The natural coral reefs of the Maldives are surrounded by the sea all around and stand out as a pearl in the Indian Ocean. The Maldives is the 8th smallest country in the world, the smallest Asian country with respect to population and size. People have been living on the island of the Maldives for nearly 3,000 years. The earliest settlers of the Maldives were probably from southern India and Sri Lanka, who came to these islands in the 4th and 5th centuries BC. In the 12th century AD, sailors from East Africa and Arab countries came to the Maldives. In 1344, Ibn Battuta, a famous Arab historian and scholar, travelled around the Maldives. The Portuguese conquered by Maldives in the 16th century and they ruled the country for 15 years. Although governed as an independent Islamic sultanate for most of its history From 1153 to 1968, the Maldives was a British colony from 1887 to 1965. Following independence from Britain in 1965, the Sultanate continued to operate for another 3 years. On November 11, 1968, it was abolished and replaced by a republic. The Maldives is famous as a tourist destination because of its pleasant weather, heavenly beaches and lagoons, luxurious holiday resorts, and the peace-loving people. And it was ranked as the best country for beautiful beaches and facilities for recreation in 2008. Now there are some questions and I am asking you the questions. The first question is, what is an atoll? I hope you all will answer the question after reading the lesson. The answer will be an atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced coral islands. The second question is, how many countries in the world are smaller than the Maldives? How many countries in the world are smaller than the Maldives in size? The answer will be, there are 7 countries in the world which are smaller than the Maldives in size. Now the third question is, when was Islam introduced in the Maldives? Islam was introduced in the Maldives in the mid-12th century AD. Now the question number 4, what makes the Maldives an ideal place for the tourist? The enjoyable weather, heavenly beaches and lagoons, luxurious holding resorts, peace-loving people, etc. have made the Maldives an ideal place for the tourist. Question number 5. What dangers of climate change might affect the Maldives? The dangers of climate change might affect the Maldives in various ways. For example, this country might be swept away by the rising water level in the Indian Ocean. Besides, many of the island's dry parts were flooded by water during the tsunami of 2004, which might sink the island. Now, question number 6. Do you support the idea of having a cabinet meeting underwater? What could be the reason for holding such a strange meeting? Yes, I support the idea of having a cabinet meeting underwater to highlight the threats of global warming to the low-lying lands would be the reason for such a strange meeting. Now, number D, complete the table with no more than 2 words and or numbers. 4th and 5th centuries BC. There is the time now here, and in the second part there is facts. The early inhabitants of the Maldives arrived and settled from southern India and Sri Lanka. Time 12th century. Facts. The sailors from African and Arab countries started to settle in the islands. Buddhism was dashed by Islam. What will be the answer? The answer will be Buddhism was replaced by Islam. Now a famous scholar and historian named Ifri Budeta visited the islands of the Maldives when? The answer will be 1344. 16th century the Portuguese occupied the Maldives and became the desh of the country for 15 years. So what will be the answer? The answer will be the ruler. 1887, beginning of the British Desh era. The answer will be colonial era. Maldives became independent from the British rule when? In 1887, and in 1968, end of Islamic Sultanate and the birth of the Republic of Maldives. Say if the statements are true or false, give the correct information in case of a false statement. So please read the sentences so that you can give the answer correctly. Only 7 countries in the world are smaller in size than the Maldives. Is it true or false? I have given the answers. The answer will be true. The second sentence, no other South Asian country has a population smaller than the Maldives. The answer will be true. Number 3, the islands of the Maldives were inhabited in the 12th century, and the answer will be false. People began to live here from the 4th and 5th centuries BC. Number 4, the Maldives was an independent Islamic Sultanate from 1153 to 1968. The answer will be false. From 1887 to 1965, it was a British colony. Number 5, the Maldives was ranked as the second best country for natural beauty in 2008. The answer will be false. The Maldives was ranked as the best country for beautiful beaches and facilities for recreation in 2008. When it is false, here correct statement you have to give. Now there is a chart of word meaning. The first word is atoll. The meaning of the word is a ring-shaped reef, island or chain of islands formed of coral. I have given here the picture of these keywords only for your better understanding. The next word is cluster. The meaning of the word is to form a close group. The third keyword is coral. The meaning of the word is a hard substance produced by a type of very small sea animal. The next word is lagoon. The meaning of the word is lake. There are also many new words in your text. So please find out the new words from your text and find out the meaning of the word from the dictionary. Then your vocabulary, word vocabulary will be enriched. Now here is the evaluation. I want to evaluate you by questioning, by asking some questions to you. The first question is, who ruled the Maldives from 1887 to 1965? And the second question is, from where the earliest settlers came to the Maldives? And the third question is, when was the Islamic Sultanate finally abolished from the Maldives and how? I hope you all will answer the questions. Now I am telling you the answers. The first answer is, the British ruled the Maldives from 1887 to 1965. And the next question's answer is, the earliest settlers of the Maldives are supposed to have come from southern India and Sri Lanka. And the next question is, when was the Islamic Sultanate finally abolished from the Maldives and how the Islamic Sultanate was finally abolished from the Maldives on 11 November 1968 when it was replaced by a republic. At the same time, the country assumed its present name. Now, here is a homework. Write a letter to your friend about your visit to Maldives. Please do this homework and for your better writing, please collect information from the internet. Now, at the end of every lesson, I try to give you some advice or moral lesson. Here are some advices to you. Please do physical exercise for having a good health, and you also have to take healthy food for your sound health, good health, and you have to take proper rest and sleep for your sound health. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. Goodbye. See you again.